Your birthday is my birthday.
Tell everybody I did it. Tell them to write my name on it. It's Jack.
And I'm just wondering if you people know how the Jewish people survived for 3,000 years when they went from one country to another. And they had nothing at all. They had no rabbis, no. Would you tell me how the Jewish people survived?
Go ahead, you're the oldest, Judy.
She got nervous.
Tradition.
Tradition. Right on that.
Oh.
When we were kicked out of
Ronnie's
Israel,
thinking, thank God I was
we
second.
went to Italy and to Spain and to Portugal and to Germany and to Austria and to Russia and Poland. We had no rabbis at that time. The learned people became the rabbis on their part-time. They also went and they bought new homes, or older homes. They converted them into synagogues. In the synagogues, they also bought land to bury their dead. And this is the Jewish tradition. Thank goodness we have this tradition. That's why you kids stay here with the Jewish tradition. I'm very, very proud of you. And at the end of each sermon, when we are grateful, we say the Shechayona. Does anybody know it?
Of course.
Harold, you lead it, sweetheart.
The title.
You want it? We'll say it? Yeah, we'll say it.
And we'll say the Shechayona at the end. Baruch atah
Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'achiyanu v'kihyanu v'hihyanu l'zman hazeh.
It says that, blessed art thou, O Lord our God, King of the universe, who has kept us in life and has preserved us and enabled us to reach this season. Amen.
Amen.
Mazel tov.
Simon Tov and Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov and Simon Tov, Simon Tov and Mazel Tov and Mazel Tov and Simon Tov, Simon Tov and Mazel Tov and Mazel Tov and Simon Tov. Hey Yanu, hey Yanu, hey Yanu. Wait to look straight ahead and to talk slowly. The way I rebel was to talk real fast when I grew up. So what I'm going to say right now is that we have wonderful role models in our parents. We've got one hell of a family that I really look forward to getting together with, and that's the God's honest truth. And when my husband says the same thing, it makes me feel good. When he says it, yes. But you know what? I think that we're all very grateful that we have something in common and we'll continue to get together. And we had a nice beginning and a good present and a wonderful future.
My name.
Now my kids probably think that our family is a little loud, and we talk.
I think so too.
I wonder why that is.
And we talk like 10 times, in 10 different conversations. That's true, but that's what makes it family, and we love everybody.
And if you think you talk fast, I was worried that you
Harold.
were talking when every other kid was talking. You used to go, I said to the doctor, and he said, did you ever hear yourself, Mrs. Slifer?
You don't get a word in. That's right. That's what I say. Yes.
Why should they have to talk when you talk for them?
Oh, is that funny?
And now Harold.
Yes.
Harold.
Yes.
A few words from
that happen?
one of the sons. I just want to say I love getting together with the family all these days. I wouldn't have wanted to be born in any other family. I am
Slower and
proud.
louder, Alan.
I am proud of
Howard.
the values you've taught me, and maybe we can do this for another 45 years. 50 years. Objection!
The lawyer has spoken. Overruled.
If he was born with another family, he would say the exact same thing.
It's a great pleasure to have everybody down here and celebrating all the birthdays and anniversaries, and on to the next person.
Aunt Janet?
Thanks for the fruit salad.
And the pasta salad.
Cher?
Love you.
Caught her with a grip.
Maddie.
Maddie?
I should be with one woman for 58 years. Like Grandma and Grandpa did again.
Are you kidding?
I'll probably 9. I'll get to 58.
John?
Grandma and Grandpa, happy anniversary. I love you. And let's take one more family picture before we go.
Barry.
I'm struck by the nostalgia of the group in the den here and the entire entire house.
We've been in this den forever.
Barry's been in the den, he knows a lot of nice people.
When Ryan and I were
That's right.
courting about 33 years ago,
Cheryl started in the den.
Dad and Mom, I guess, were married about 25 years.
What are we talking about?
Which is less than Ronnie and I right now.
Yeah.
And I'm struck by the nostalgia of the house, the fact that Ronnie and I would watch television in the den. I'm sorry to see that Mike changed it around. There was a comfortable chair here and a television on the other side.
That chair went out when
You
Dad
could
left the
stretch
house.
out.
though.
Why was
I
the,
used to give Michael a quarter. Michael would leave. And I remember one night, about 2 o'clock in the morning, Ronnie and I were watching television, and that's really all we were doing. And Dad came downstairs in the middle of the night
I don't remember that.
for a drink or some food or something like that. And I guess he wanted to know who was still here. And-
Brad.
and
we startled him.
I think we startled
He
him.
ran upstairs, that was before his
And,
paper.
I think he felt embarrassed and he ran right upstairs. And so I'm struck by that moment while we're sitting here. But it's the time has really been good to everybody.
And he wore the shirt from that night.
Grew into it too.
Sharon? Share?
This is for both of us, Cher.
Make it good, that's it. We both love Grandma and Grandpa. We love you very much, and we're very, very proud and lucky to be your grandchildren. And Greg's very lucky to have married into such a
That's
wonderful family.
That's right, I second.
Happy anniversary to both of you, and thank you for making me a part of this.
Excellent.
Thank you for the book.
Al?
As the senior citizen of the next generation, I want to say that I hope that I have the same enjoyment from my family that Grandpa had from his, and that everybody will be as close and caring about each other as much as they do now.
I want to wish Grandma and Grandpa a very happy anniversary again. I'm delighted to have everybody here to celebrate, and I want to do this and have everybody back every year.
Oh, good idea!
Mike, this is very nice of it.
That's very nice. Well, very nice.
Very sweet.
Don't they look alike?
It's true.
And Grandma, 58 years ago today was your wedding day tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. What do you remember of your wedding day?
Oh, I remember when we
Drove up.
when we were married, and Grandpa's family came up at the same time my family. We had a very simple wedding ceremony, and then we went to Green's Hotel, and they put on a record. You put in 25 cents, and the record was, "I want my mom," and everybody was singing happy, and it was very lovely. And
You
then
went
the
on a
next
cruise.
day, then we went to the New Yorker Hotel. And I tried to act like I've been married a long time. I didn't want to look like a new bride walking. I tried to look casual. I was so scared. And then the next day we went to the boat and we went on a cruise. So
And
then
what
we-
happened on the underneath the boat?
And what happened on the
The
cruise
bed.
was that this gentleman got very seasick.
Grandpa got
Very seasick
Wow.
on the cruise.
The fisherman got
That's-
seasick?
Very
Too much
seasick.
sex.
And my mother sent a cake, and I hid it under the bunk.
The bed.
And 4 days later, I pulled it out.
Strawberry shortcake, everybody got sick.
No, my mother wants to treat members.
And where did you go for your honeymoon?
We went to Havana.
Cuba.
Was the beard still there?
Grandma,
We captured it.
Castro?
no, Grandma, what would you say is the secret of a successful marriage after 58 years? The secret of a successful marriage after 58 years, what would you
I
say?
would say a lot of luck.
It is a lot of luck.
It is a lot.
Harold, ask me.
So Grandma says it's a lot of luck. Grandpa, 58 years of marriage, what would you say is the secret of a successful 58-year-old marriage with the Slifers?
I know the perfect answer.
The right husband.
No. You can state your, but this is really honest. I say that I can state my views up to a certain point, either I'm right or wrong, and then I shut up and we stop doing that.
Is that, so everyone.
So that's my problem. I continue with my views. I keep going.
I imagine that if a husband or wife goes to a certain point with their argument or their discussion, and then they stop on that. And that's wonderful in that. But 58 years, that's a long, long time on that. But I'm talking about marriage on that. Last week we were at a Catholic wedding in New Hyde Park. And when the bride went down the aisle, Mother and I had tears in our eye because a wedding is a wedding no matter what religion you are in. It's the parents who cry and they like to see their children marry. This is the proper way to do it. And no matter what religion you are in, if you have children that they marry and they marry nicely with good hereditary, they're very, very fortunate.
Happy.
How did you know?
Okay, Pamela's ready also.
Well, you know what was nice though at that
Now
wedding?
Pamela was
The mother of the
sleeping.
bride and the mother of the groom came up to the pulpit and they both lit a candle.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Unity
the candle,
came.
I never seen
we've
that.
seen that.
Usually the bride and the groom light two separate candles in the light.
Oh, but it was the two
It's a
mothers
unity.
of the
A
two.
unity.
But it was so
Oh, go
nice
ahead,
of
Pam.
them.
Okay, Pam, a few words of Grandma and Grandpa.
Yes.
Very good.
Anybody have any interesting, funny memories going back over the time? The door in the kitchen when Grandma used to pretend she was making pancakes with us, and she'd stick me in the back, but she didn't realize my head would get caught between the door and the wall. She thought I was laughing, but I had like blood coming down my ears. My brother orange had like black and blue letters.
That's why she's behind the door.
Sweet corn, I used to say, let's have a little sweet corn, put a little butter, a little salt, and then I'd nibble up the whole lot.
That's what you think.
remember that.
They said you drew blood.
Ronnie,
Garden State Arts
I'm
Center.
impressed with this family for one thing.
What?
The most important thing is, I have never seen a family where we all have respect and love for each other.
True.
A fun memory. I remember the time that Grandma went out and she had a beautiful tree in the old house on Aberdeen Road. And it was a nice red, there was a tree in the backyard with a nice red table that we built in. We used to have lunch out there.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And they had to extend it because the tree went into it.
No one had a tree that'll circle a table, so they made the table, never thinking that trunk is going to get bigger. So for a while it was lovely, then it grew and cracked the whole table. But they used to do lunch out. I remember Judy was a counselor up in camp, and she came home. And she wanted to buy a lot of food to bring back to her campers. And at that time I was selling the house, and I refused to have an agent because I said, I don't need an agent, I can sell this house myself. I put a marvelous ad in the paper and people would come unexpectedly. I had a 2-year-old kid that kept messing up the house and I had to keep the contact. Judy comes home, she goes marketing, all through the living room she had cantaloupes and watermelon, I think, to bring back the camp. So what happened? Grandpa takes a shower, everyone's taking a shower, look out the window and a car pulls up with people who want to see the house. I panicked. I took all the food, I took all the wet towel, I threw them in a closet and I closed the door. And then I went and opened there and I said, and I showed them the house and I said, one thing, they have large closets, forgetting what I had in the closet. I opened up the watermelon rolls out the window. They got out of that house so fast, that was the
Which is every reason that you should never sell your house by yourself, because for sale by owner, you want to take the B.O. out of FISBO. In which case, Ronnie Krauser in New Jersey and Judy Cooper in Connecticut.
True. Or I would have been good at that.
I have a thing to remember.
One after you.
Okay. When I was in 8th grade, I was on the girls softball team, and Daddy loved to come to my games. And it made me very nervous, and he kept saying it was wonderful. And one day I got up and I hit, I was in the field and somebody hit a fly and the bases were loaded and I went to get the ball and I missed it. And this team won. And I came home and I remember screaming at him, "You made me nervous. I would have played better if you weren't here. I don't want you to ever come to a game again." And I stalked up to my bedroom. A couple weeks later, he stopped coming. A couple weeks later, I was up at bat and I hit grand slam home run. People were on the bases. And I was so happy, and I thought, gee, it would have been nice for him to see me. And from behind a tree, I see 2 hands on my fist. And I said to myself, he's there. When I got home, he never said a word. He said, "How was your game?" I said, "Fine." I said, "You have a good day?" He said, "Yes." And that was the beginning of win-win. He got to see my games from behind a tree, and I didn't get nervous.
That's damn complicated.
Ron, you gotta be fair. You gotta be fair.
It wasn't Grandpa behind the tree. No, yes it was. But I didn't mind Grandpa coming because when I was there, I let him yell. I want him to yell.
The football game.
I was in shortstop and Daddy was yelling. I didn't mind doing it.
Oh, you let him yell?
Yeah.
Oh, there she
Hey,
did. She
Ronnie,
wanted
when
to
would you
show
have
you
your
off.
little
That's
head
right.
back
I was
there?
yes, our shortstop.
Okay, Shea, you had one. Yeah, I remember Grandma and Grandpa always coming to visit me up at University of Vermont, and my friends were very envious because I had such great grandparents.
Alan, you hear that?
To come up and make the trip all the time when I was up there, and I loved having you.
I don't remember.
Very special.
No, never.